Hey everyone, it's Gavin Mountford here, founder of DoubleYourOnlineProductivity.com, and welcome to this series of 5 training videos talking about workflow and productivity. How do you get ideas out of your head and into reality where your ideas come to fruition and you start to build a successful business, create a successful life? Now this is a pre-video to the 5 workflow videos, and in this video I'm going to talk about the tools that you need to be able to integrate the workflow that I use on a daily basis. So tool number 1 is something that I'm sure you've already got, and that is a pen. Now I don't know if you use a pen very often, because a lot of people don't. You know, there's a lot of pens lying around, but because we're in digital mode, a lot of us are emailing, a lot of us are typing, and we don't tend to use a pen and paper very often anymore. Now I like one of these ones that has got 5 different colours. It's got blue, black, green, red, in fact 4 different colours: blue, black, green and red. So when I'm writing something down, I can indicate whether it's important by using red. I can indicate whether it's a to-do by using green. I can indicate whether it's a note by using blue, and you can have your own little colour-coded system. So a pen is invaluable because we want to get the ideas out of our head onto the next thing, which is a pad of paper. Now this one's almost run out. This sits by me on my desk all day, every day. As soon as an idea comes into my head, I write it down. And what tends to happen, and it may happen to you as well, when you're working on a project, when you're writing a blog post, when you're doing something productive online and you're creating content or even speaking to people on the phone, ideas probably come into your head like they do with me. So as soon as that happens, rather than storing it in my head, I write it down on a piece of paper. Now if I'm around the house, if I'm out and about, then I've got one of these little notepads around. So I take this with me in my pocket. I've got them dotted around the house. So I've got a couple in the living room, I've got one in the kitchen, I've got some in the bedrooms. You know, wherever I'm likely to be when I have ideas, I have a little notepad and a pen next to it. So as soon as I get an idea, I don't leave it to chance that my memory is going to remind me of that idea later, because usually it doesn't, and I forget it, or it goes around in my head over and over again. You know, when I go to bed at night, the ideas are there, but if you don't get it out of your head, you'll either lose that idea or you'll just keep looping around and you'll never have any kind of creativity, which is crazy. So the next thing, the third thing that you need to get hold of, if you don't have already, is this, which is an in tray or an inbox. Now I use one of these nice little suede in trays that sits on my desk. In fact, I've got a bigger one here. This is for a different room. I've got one with 2 or 3 tiers, but this is all you need, an inbox. And what this is for, and we're going to talk about this a lot more in detail in the next video, but this is for collecting all of your papers, all of your ideas that you have dotted around the house. We'll go into that in a lot more detail in the next video. Now, if you want to follow the system that I use and the workflow process of David Allen, he's a fantastic author who writes the book called Getting Things Done, which is this book here. So I strongly recommend that you grab a copy of GTD. I'll provide a link at the bottom of this video so you can get a copy of this. Read through the book. There's 250 odd pages, so it'll take you a little while, but I've basically taken the ideas from GTD, the framework, and I've created it specifically for myself for online business, because that's what I do. You know, my business is internet marketing, network marketing, using the internet to build my brand and my business. And I use some of the GTD methodology, some of the GTD ideas to structure my workflow from start to finish. Next thing you'll need to grab hold of is a digital timer. Now I talked about this in my webinar, in the Double Your Online Productivity webinar, and I'll set the digital timer when I'm doing a block of time, so 50 minutes, it'll beep at the end of 50 minutes. I'll go and take a 5-10 minute break. It'll beep to tell me I've got to get back to work, and then I'll be back at my desk timing again so I can focus 100% on what I need to do. Now, the other two things that I would say are essential to get hold of, and or what I use, and I can't show you these right now because they're online, but I will give you links directly underneath this video. But the two other things, there's a site called Evernote, that's number one, and Evernote allows you to store your information, your notes, your ideas, all online, so you can access them anywhere, anytime. If you've got an iPad, you can access them on your iPad. If you've got an iPhone or a smartphone, you can access them on a smartphone. So I basically take my ideas, put them down on paper, put them into my capture tray, then I process my ideas into Evernote and into my trusted system, then I organize my notes, and then basically I do the work that I've pre-planned and pre-organized. So the next thing is the trusted system, which is a to-do list manager or a project manager, which I use it for, called Nozbe, Nozbe. And again, I'll put a link at the bottom of this video to Nozbe so you can get hold of it. Now, I think you can have a free account. I have one of the higher paid accounts because I use it extensively. A lot of projects, a lot of to-dos, a lot of tasks, a lot of all the information I need that's not in my head anymore, but is in my trusted system, which I use online. So I have set everything up specifically to work with Nozbe, to work with Evernote, and to work with the tools that I have that I've just recommended to you. So if you have any questions about the tools to get hold of, where to get them, how to get them, whether they're going to work for you, don't hesitate to leave me a comment at the bottom of the video or the post, or send me an email, or go through my 30-minute consultation form, and I look forward to speaking to you then. So I'll see you in the next video where we're going to talk about the actual workflow process. See you soon. Gary Manford here. Bye bye.